My name is Roxanne Watson. I'm an associate professor here at University of South Florida, and I teach classes in journalism.
My name is Justin Brown. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Telecommunications, which is part of the School of Mass Communication.
The people are the governors in a democratic society, such as such as United States, and this means that the government bodies get their authority from the people and not vice versa.
I guess the definition of democracy is not something I often think about because we sort of take it for granted in the United States. But I would say it's a system in which you have a fair election process where you have representatives that try to represent a locality, or constituents, and where you vote and debate bills, but vote and ultimately have, in part of that democracy, a system of checks and balances.
When the US had its revolution, one of the things it wanted to move away from was this system of having a king. They wanted the people to be the final authority. And so the US system of government is based on three bodies: the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary.
Also, as part of that democracy, citizens have to have fundamental rights as well. And so the government's not too overpowering and controlling their livelihood, but instead protects them and gives them opportunities to sort of thrive in the society.
Freedom of the press means that the press does have authority to publish without government intervention telling them what to publish or when to publish. The government can't tax them, can't tax the press.
The ability to publish information with respect to having a First Amendment that guarantees you not have government interfere with that or very limited circumstances, and then also to be able to gather and access information from the government. State, a institution that represents the citizens and trying to gather information and news and provide a check on government, and not just government, but wrongdoing that can occur with businesses and industry as well.
So the press is the fourth estate. We talked earlier about the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature. The press has a responsibility for monitoring the activities of these bodies to ensure that they are operating in the people's best interest.
National security interests, there are some good reasons, valid reasons why they may not want to release information.
Security. It also relates probably more easily to the rights of other people. Libel, you can't libel another person, make a false accusation against another person. That's not protected under the Constitution. The civil rights movement was intricately connected to press freedom. What caused the movement to move forward and was when the television started to promote stories about what was going on in the South, and these stories were brought to the North, so they became aware of what was going on and how people were being abused, people were being hurt and killed and maimed, and in situations where it was really not appropriate, where they weren't even being they were not resisting, and so I think that and in fact the civil rights movement came into prominence because of the television and how it was able to actually show the abuse. I don't think actually, even though I'm a print journalist, I don't think that the print media could have done as great a job. I think seeing it firsthand made all the difference. If you don't have access to information about what it is that the government is doing, where there are cover-ups, as well as when the government does good things, then you really are not operating in a truly democratic society.
we really need to be aware of what the First Amendment protects. Not only does it protect a free press and individual speech, but the exercise of, or practice or establishment of religion, the ability to petition government, which is part, I think, of a very part of a democracy, and the ability to organize, to have a march, a peaceful protest. And without those fundamental sort of rights, all five of them, you could argue that you really wouldn't have freedom, and a freedom that's essential to a democracy.